Right, back on Swan, week 2. Sorry for the late update, it's coming on 8 o'clock at night now. As you can see, it's raining. The rain was pushing my way pretty quick, so I had to get the house up, get the camp sorted, and then get some bait out and get the rods out. Rods come first. Got to get them babies out. And then I've got to give you a quick update. I've only got 2 nights on my hands this week. I managed to get 3 nights in last week and get that lovely 27 on the last night. Well, last morning, sorry. Which saved a bit of a grueling blank, as you heard me saying in week 1. So I'm back with confidence this time, as I always am. I've managed to get a couple of spots rocking. I had rocking from last year. Well, I say rocking, I never got to fish them, but I know the fish definitely fed there. I couldn't get back in the peg after I put a load of bait in. Put some bait in this peg twice last year, towards the end of last year, and yeah, never managed to get back in it. It was always taken every time I come. But here I am, 2 weeks in a row, back in my little safe haven. I've got a quiet little corner of the lake. It's nice this time of year because you can fish close in. The fish are right in the margins at this time of year. It saves me pumping out 120 to the middle. Although I like fishing at range, you can't beat close quarters in my eyes. So yeah, you can see someone spomming there, look. Pretty close to one of my spots, to be honest, but swans, you can't really say bugger all. Get quite a few noddies on here. Actually, before I left last week, there was at least 4 or 5 absolute plonkers on here. One of them was fishing 8-pound line with bream rods, or bream or tench rods, whatever he said. And yeah, he hadn't had a carp over 10 pound, but he'd come to a lake to fish for a 50. It's bizarre. It really does absolutely destroy my brain why people like that get on here. You can imagine what they'd do if they had a 50 on the bank. He had a waistling as about as thin as a piece of paper. You know, that could be a dead 50 on the bank. It's disgusting, but there you go. It's these day ticket waters, I guess. But I'm happy to be back here, and that's the main thing. And the weather's spot on. That's why I've managed to get back a little bit earlier. I can't resist it. There's no point coming to these rock hard day ticket waters. It's only got 70 fish in if you're going to come on the wrong conditions. You need a good baiting strategy, good moon phases, and the right weather. Most of the bites here come during the day. I don't know whether you know that, but if you don't, they do. It's pretty rare to get a night bite on here. The oxygen levels get really low at night, and I think that puts the fish off feeding for a bit. As soon as that sun comes up, they get right bang on it, especially with the water as warm as it is now. So yeah, it's done a couple of fish since I was here last week. I think it's done a 38 and a 32. And I've seen someone across the way there, the guy next to the guy who's spomming out in front of me. He's had a nice common. I'm not sure how big it is yet, but I'll have a wander around tomorrow and just see how big it was. But I will say this, he had it out of the water for a little bit longer than I would like. He had it out for at least 10 minutes, which is not cool. It's not cool. I think 5 minutes is about your maximum. And he didn't retain it either, I don't like that. He had it straight out of the net, taking pictures and pissing about. It's not cool. Don't go down in my book very well. I like to give them a good 20 minutes to get their energy back, especially some of the older girls. If they give it all on the fight, you know, just let them have 20 minutes or so, get their breath back and energy back, and then take them out. Then you can take them out for 4 or 5 minutes max, get the shots you want and slip them straight back. But yeah, it's hard to watch, but it's a day ticket water. There you go. So that'll be it for about now. I'll try and keep you updated right the way through. I'm going to keep you updated for the next 3 weeks or so as well. And I'm going to try and get some nice shots of one of these A-team members, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But I'll speak to you in the morning, hopefully, with a fish in the net. You never know. Right, last night, pretty good night actually, look at the smile. I had 2 fish, considering I didn't get down here till 6 o'clock, the rod's in about 7:30, I managed to snare 2 bites. I'm a bit flabbergasted myself, to be honest. So it started off with a small common, which I was pretty happy about 17–18 pound, I didn't weigh it. And then at first light this morning, the middle rod rattled off. Really rattled off, absolutely one-toned me, to be fair. Got a nice mirror in the sling, just recovering nicely. I'm going to get her out for some shots soon and show you what she's like. I'm not sure how big she is yet. I'll weigh her shortly. I should imagine she's probably mid-20 or so. But we'll see shortly, and I'll get her up and show you guys. Right, get that nice mirror out I had now. Still blown away having 2 bites in the first night. Can't believe it myself. Got here late last night, didn't I? So awesome, I can't believe it. Happy days. I'm going to go get her out now. Right, she's going to be nice and lively, I can tell you that. Right. This fish absolutely beat me up out there. She had me round everywhere. Took me really far left. Had to get straight in from the lake. Had to get some wet socks. Tell you what I'll do, I'll weigh her quickly now. Just to give her a second to calm down. Right, she's in good shape there. 2 seconds please. Two ounces under 26. Nice. To be fair, I thought she was bigger than this on the fight. Come on girl, calm down. Calm down baby. Yeah, never have these fish out the water too long. I've seen someone do yesterday, which wound me up a bit, but nice fish this. Really nice starburst scales on this back tail. Oh nice, very nice. Lovely. Over the moon with this one. Haven't caught this one either in the last year or so. It's always nice to get a new fish. Calm down baby, come on. Get a little leech off her. She's been pooing in my sling a lot, so the bait's working. They're obviously getting zoning straight onto the bait. Come on girl. If she flips, just hold her on your arms safely. Let her get it over and done with before picking her up. And there you go, look at that for a stunner. Nice. Wow. Look at them little starburst scales. I don't know if you can see that from there. I think you can. What you don't want is a bitch slap though, which I've had a few times. Had a 30 on the bank and it nearly knocked me out. Look at that for a fish. 26 pound or so. Made up again. Week 2, first night, 2 fish. There she is. What a good girl you've been. What a good girl you're being. Nice. Give you a quick show of the other side, because the other side's really pretty too. Got a few more starburst scales on her belly here. Again, I mentioned last week, every time I put the fish down, I absolutely drench them with water. I always use a cradle with sides too. Just don't know why anyone this day and age would use flat mats. It's a bit risky in my eyes. Much more stability than something that's got sides. Oh, these fish really are in absolute perfect conditions. I'm going to hoik her up, show you this side. I'm going to slip her back. Where you come? There she is, in her morning glory. Excellent fish. Not the biggest fish in the world, but one I'm more than happy to grace the bank. Lovely fish. Mwah. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to slip her back, guys. There's a bit of fizzing up going on out there, so you never know, could pinch another bite. Right, so it's just gone midday. Had a couple of fish, well, one last night and one early this morning. I think now's as good a time as any just to give the peg a little top up. Both bites come on the same rod, so they've obviously eaten a fair bit of the bait, so it feels right now to try and trickle a bit in over the top. There you go, quick 8 to 10 spots back out, and we're fishing again. Rods went out about an hour ago, recast all the rods, just because I had quite a few savage liners through the night, whether it's tench or carp in the margins or whatnot. So I decided to recast all the rods, just in case they'd pulled my rigs into anything, and get a bit of bait back in over the top. So you never know, it could get an afternoon bite now. Like I say, most of the bites do generally come during the day here, so it's nice, yeah, feels good. The bait's obviously working. A new prototype boilie I'm using is obviously absolutely doing the trick still. I've never seen anything like it in here, and neither of you guys at home. So when it comes out next year, get ready to get it off the shelves, guys. Now I will get into a bit of bait here. Basically, people think pre-baiting's as simple as going to chuck a few boilies in and pre-baiting. Yeah, it can be. Not for me, it's not. For me, pre-baiting is all about timing, what bait you're putting in. You need a bait that's going to stay there and not disintegrate. And it's all about timing as well. You don't want to pre-bait and think you're coming back a week later because there's going to be nothing back there. But in the same way, you don't want to come back too quick and the fish haven't had a chance to get their heads down on the first load of bait you put out. So there's a thin line between, you could say, stupidity and genius. and if you get that right, then you can get more fish on the bank. Coming into the last night now, thought I'd give you a quick look. Looks calm and flat out there. Been blowing a big wind all day. It's just slackened off. Pretty much coming into bite time now, and it's bite time for me too. Stick the barbie on and have a few burgers. A couple of Tesco's finest quarter pounders in there. Lovely. Always keep it away from my bivvy for a little while. It smokes like shit for the first 10 minutes. Get the food on the go. Can't beat a good burger, especially on the barbie. Oh, nice. There's a few fish rolling out there. I'm sure you'll see one shortly. I've seen about 5 shows now, in pretty close. A couple of them look to be low 30s as well, which is pretty nice. I think it's another little stoat. I've seen a couple running around here today. A lot of wildlife around here, it's pretty nice. I'm going to get the barbecue lit now just before dark, so the flame's not too bright on the bank. By the time that gets dark in about half an hour, these will be mere ashes. I'll leave the camera rolling for a second, because it's definitely about bite time. And I've just seen a nice little fizz of bubbles come up from my right hand rod. Looks lovely out there, doesn't it? I love this time of night. Beautiful. See a little fire burning just in the bottom of the camera there. Lovely. Move back around this way a bit now. If that ain't bite time, then I don't know what is. Be nice to see a run now, wouldn't it, on camera? The old fire burning and that. Stick the kettle on in a minute and get a cuppa going. Going to enjoy my last night. This place really does turn me on though, to be honest. Such a buzz to be here. Even though most of the time you're probably going to blank, there's always that chance of one good fish. Swan also does have his fair share of smaller fish. Got quite a few mid to upper doubles, quite a few low 20s as well, mid 20s. That's where Kingfisher's got less small fish in but more big fish, but obviously it hasn't got the 250s that this lake's got. Lovely. I better just adjust them lines because the tench have tightened them up a little bit and the margins keep running through them. There we go, sorted. Got the trap set, that's all I can do. Can't do no more than that, but after last night's 2 fish, I can't really complain if I get nothing at all. 3 fish in 2 weeks is more than enough for me from Swan. If I get anything else, it's just an absolute bonus. But things are really coming together now. I'm getting the spots going nicely. That's what I'm the true master at. Spot finding and pre-baiting. See how quickly I've got the fish feeding confidently on a couple of different areas now. And it's working a treat. And hopefully, fingers crossed, every week I come back, if I get things right, it should get better and better, the fishing. With the obviously getting the chance of getting a real special fish on the bank. I can see a bit of fizzing coming up out there where I don't actually have a rod. I put a lot of bait there the last 2 sessions, well, this week and last week, and I decided to pull a rod off it this morning. There's nothing happened last week or this week on that rod, and I moved it to the far reed line further into the margin. Maybe the silt's just a little bit too deep there, so I'm going to give the fish a chance to clear it so I can present a shorter rig on there. Much better hooking purposes than a longer rig in my eyes. So things are coming together, the spots are cleaning up nicely. The double spot I've got going out there is absolutely perfect now. It's almost like a shallow sand now with a bit of clay peering through the bottom as well. I've really dug that area down literally in the last 6 days. Give them a bait they like and they'll clean it for you. I've noticed now both fish in the sling, when I pulled them out for weighing and stuff, they've been crapping bait everywhere, and it's definitely my bait 'cause it's the right colour, it's the right crunch. So let me talk to you quickly now while I got you on a bit about this bait. So it's a prototype boilie that we're using, a few of us are using for the next sort of 10 months or so. I've been using it for a month or so already, and I've had a lot to do with it as well, to be honest. I've helped design the bait, I've put my little bit of knowledge into it, and I generally think it's made the bait that little bit better. Just a few little things, little tricks, and we thought we were going to have to keep tweaking about with it to get the product right, and it turns out it was just spot on from the get-go. As soon as I got involved and got my hand stuck in there, I'm now pretty sure we got the best bait out on the market. So I took a bit of Oh, sorry, I thought I heard some shouting across the left bank there. Oh, of course the England game's on, isn't it? And they're all roaring. I thought, what's going on over there? Sorry, stopped me in my tracks there. Thought there was going to be a fight or a ruck. Yeah, they're still going at it now. Can't be shouting like that this time of night on a lake. Jesus. But yeah, so I had a lot to do with the design of the bait, and joined a company which my mate's starting up. It's a new bait company called Critical Baits, and I think we got what it needs to get it to the top. For starters, you need a long line of enormous fish to back the bait up. There's no point saying this and that about a bait if you're not catching and it's not working, which is why we've agreed to test it for another 10 months and just see really how good it is before we release it. So it's awesome. So basically I'm now starting to do bits of work with a good mate of mine, and also doing what I love most, and that's fishing and designing baits and little inventions that I'll be bringing out over the next few years. And the little inventions that are not out on the market yet, I've got a couple of real little winners, but we'll just concentrate on the bait for now. I'm trying to get this Z out in the short while that I'm here on Swan. She could be just lurking out there right now. Oh, it's exciting now. I've had this bait rocking now for a couple of weeks, well, about 7 or 8 days now. So you don't know, I put a lot of bait in now. I put a 10 litre bucket in now over those two middle rods there, yeah. 10 litre bucket of bait out in separate sections, and they're obviously eating it. I've had 2 fish off that spot, and I've definitely cleaned it while I was away a bit. So things are looking up. I kept the same bait going in from last week. Just a nice little mix of a few special ingredients and obviously that new prototype boilie. I can't wait to take it to other wars. Obviously Swan, sometimes if you put a boilie in your mix, can really cut your catch rate in half. I've seen too many boilies, some of the big gals, they get sick of them. And also if they've been caught on a bait before, they can pick up on little signals that sort of drift through the water columns, danger signals. Oh, I've been caught on that, I won't eat that again. That's the same smell. I'm sure that's how the said fish thinks. But it's not affected my catch rate. If anything, 3 fish in 4 nights from Swan after not being here for 10 months, I think is pretty good. So I'm pretty happy, and I still got a night left. Like I said, any more fish from here on out is just an absolute bonus. Be a nice Brucey bonus, that would. Oh, a nice 30. Oh, a nice Swan 30 would be just perfect. Alright, the barbie's nicely smoking now, so I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to have a little bite, and hopefully the fish are going to have a bite, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Right, you joined me on the last morning, and I'm a happy bunny. Let's look down there in the sling. Let me just zoom in for you. We have another fish languishing. Brilliant. So I had it about 20 minutes ago. Hence why you can hear the excitement in my voice. It's the 3rd fish of the session. I've only done 2 nights. Got down here late the first night too. Didn't get the rods in till 7. And looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. That just goes to prove this bait that I've had a lot to do with making and designing. It's doing the job. I mentioned before, boilies can often turn these fish away, turn them off the feed here at Swan because they're pressured fish. And I just wanted to prove to you how special this bait is by coming to fish a rock hard low stock day ticket water. And I'm going to continue, so keep following, keep watching. I'm going to fish a few more big fish waters across the UK. I'm going to really give it the test before it comes out. When it does come out, it'll be by Critical Baits. They've promised to give me everything I want, which is very, very kind of them. And in return, I give them my best recipes, and it results in 3 fish in 2 nights. I'm going to get her out shortly and give her away. It's definitely the biggest fish of the session. I'm not going to get too excited because I'm smiling, I'm happy. Ooh, could be a 3-0. It's looking that way. Let's just hope so. You'll find out shortly because I'm going to get her out and weigh her and get some still pics and let you guys have a little quick look. Right guys, fish number 4. It's week 2 still, obviously. I spoke to you a little while back and we're going to get that fish out now and have a weigh. And things are looking up. I feel like we're definitely making progress to banking one of them A team members. 4 fish in 2 sessions again is pretty cool, considering I haven't been here for 10 months. And if I continue to fish as well as I am, I feel like there'll be no stopping me. A few of my close mates call me a machine, which is pretty nice of them. And I am a bit of an unstoppable force once I get going on a lake. So I'm just going to get you that fish out now and we're going to have a weigh and have a look. She's a really nice fish, a real long torpedo looking fish, which is what I like to catch. And yeah, fingers crossed, she could be a 3-0. She definitely looks getting on that way. I'll just get her now. Oh. I think she's got to be a 3-0, surely to God. The scales are all zeroed off to this wet sling, as I've had it for 2 years. Do like the old Nash slings, they're pretty cool. Pretty fish friendly. And there we go guys, I'll be back down in a minute. Come on baby. Yes! 31. 31. 31. 31.6. Yes. That's awesome. Got a 30 on the bank in my second session back on spot. So it just goes to show you this bait, I'm not just saying it, I do generally think with my input and the recipe of this new bait that we actually have the best bait known to man. And I'm going to prove it to you by continually fishing big fish waters and keeping you updated with my progress. So keep watching guys. And if you're lucky, I might show you a few little tricks and stuff on the way, just to help you get a few more fish on the bank. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. What a creature. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, what dreams are made of. When people see me, because I catch a lot of big fish, I'm in carp talk a lot, and I won a few trophies in the last few years and that. I really do love my carp fishing in ways that you can't imagine, and just love general carp. And the utmost care is always taken of the fish, and the fish's welfare always comes first. That's why I put up a good scrap. Look at the size of the tail. Jesus. Little love heart tail. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Keep the water going on, as I always say. And the oxygen level's getting up now, so. And there she is. What a stunner. What a long torpedo, looking 30. Yes. Over the moon again. Fish number 3 in just 2 nights. Absolutely awesome. She's going to go again. You just know through experience when they're going to go. You can feel them tense. And if you do, keep them low to the mat. And let them keep beating on your arms. Yep, she's really beating. Come on, darling. I'm going to give her a bit more water. You can see this fish is no shortage of energy still. Oh, come on, darling, one more. And there you go. What a stunner. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at her there. Dreams are made of. That's what dreams are made of. Excellent. Lovely. Right. I'll give you a little update in a bit. Right now, I'm going to slip her back. Yes, I said I'd give you a quick update. I've got to be quick though because the batteries are running low on the cameras. Down to me catching 3 fish. So absolutely loving life. 31, made up, mate. Absolutely made up. What can I say? Perfection. When you fish perfect, you're going to catch. I don't make mistakes. I get everything down to the absolute percentage perfect, and every little percentage counts in carp fishing in my eyes. The tiniest little things can make a huge difference, and I've always been like that. I think it goes right back to when I started fishing when I was 5. I've been fishing continuously since I was 5 years old. Obviously started off course fishing and that, and then moved on to carp fishing when I was 11 or 12. Entered a lot of matches, started winning matches and stuff, and then got the bug for big hit carp fishing for the real big girls, and that's where my love lies at the moment. It's catching real big special fish. Although any fish will do me. I think anything over 20 pounds is a bit of a special fish, to be honest. Just because I've had loads of 40s, UK 40s and stuff, it doesn't mean I'll ever turn my nose up at a 20 or, you know, even an upper double if it saves a blank. For going with stinky nets, I'm a happy bunny. The missus is not, she absolutely hates it, but when I walk through that door and she's like, oh, it stinks, your rod hodl stinks, I just smile and I know I've had a fish, so I'm absolutely buzzing. But well, I better be quick anyway because it's going to go any second, but I shall see you guys next week for part 3. Keep following, keep watching, and see what happens.